Hey, every pony, by the inspiration of Phantom Strider, I've been watching him a lot, can you tell? I'm gonna do top 3 best and worst total DramaRama episodes, in my opinion. And I'm gonna do this kind of list the way Phantom Strider would. Basically, he jumping between worst into best, and then back to worst. So, the third worst total DramaRama episode. It's hard because there haven't been, and there's only been 2 DramaRama episodes I truly hated, but I would definitely have to go with He Who Wears the Clown. Now, there's a running gag on TV that one character in a cartoon has to be scared of clowns. I mean, even baby shows do it. Look at this! At first, when I watched the episode, I thought, oh, this episode is disturbing. But then when I look at my nutshells, I found out how much I really disliked this episode. So, usually my newer nutshells are pretty long because they're more YouTube poop than nutshell. And I found out that I don't put as much effort into the nutshell for the episodes of the show that I disliked. I mean, look, compared to all of the nutshells up here, minus the Brody to the Maximum one, Not Ready for Pennywise Yet nutshell is the shortest out of all of these. So you can tell, yes, the He Who Wears the Clown nutshell was rushed. I even skipped out on the perfect nutshell joke I could have put in. Yeah, it's just, I wanted to add that joke, but because I wanted to get the nutshell done as quickly as possible, I just dumped on the joke. And that's bad because it was a really good joke. And now it's time to get a little better. The third best. Okay, so Us Our Toys has got to be one of the best episodes. I think one of the reasons I like it so much is because the whole toys in a daycare thing really reminds me a whole lot of Toy Story 3, which is only the best Pixar film ever. Well, aside from Monsters University, I love Monsters University. Seriously, once I saw this total DramaRama episode, it just gave me immediate flashbacks to Toy Story 3, and I loved it. And you can tell how much I liked this episode by how long the nutshell was. This nutshell only lands at a time of 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Oh, but I didn't like this episode just because it gave me a Toy Story 3 flashbacks. It also had some comedy moments in between. Like Gwen and Duncan getting launched away by the seesaw. Oh, the weird thing is, in series order, Us Our Toys came directly after the clown one. So it went from bad to good. And the second worst is Invasion of the Booger Snatchers. Now, you couldn't tell how much I really disliked this episode. Because I made the nutshell back in the time where the nutshells were just like My Little Pony in a nutshell. But I feel like this episode was a little too dark for the living eye. It just straight out kind of frightened me. And it made me kind of paranoid about watching Ben 10 ever again. But the reboot ruined it. The reboot of Ben 10 ruined itself, so what? Okay, let's get back to being positive. The second best is Royal Flush. Yeah, I really kind of liked this episode, and it's because I felt like Sewer Mike really needed some friendship lessons in the friendship school. And the fact that MacArthur should be fired because for a few seconds in the episode they tackle on a serious subject. Don't judge me for liking an episode that had freaking attempted kidnapping in it. Huh? Though, my series at the time, My Little Philly, was tackling that same serious subject a lot. So, it kind of feels like, Cartoon Network, did you notice my channel and want to make my world of DramaRama fit in with real life? Although, in the bathroom scenes with Harold, Mr. TP is kinda cute. And Harold really understands real friendship. Also, Mr. TP oofs. But I don't know why I like this episode. I just do. And the all-time worst total DramaRama episode is... You expected this. Cartoon Network, why? Why would you air this one? So, most DramaRama nutshells that I don't do was either because I wasn't feeling it, or I just really didn't have any ideas for the episode. But the reason I didn't do the Apocalypse Now nutshell was because I refused. I felt like this episode was gonna give me nightmares the first time I watched it. Just, in my opinion, Apocalypse Now is the Fart Fairy episode. For me. Just more scary. I think part of the issue was that I actually had lice as a kid. And boy, I struggled through the whole time. And the worst part of it all was that after watching the episode, I've gotten extreme bad luck. So basically, this episode just ruined my life, and even after watching the episode, I freaking got lice that next summer. I don't know if that was a coincidence or not. Commence! We're running out of time, so we might as well real quick sum up the best total DramaRama episode of all time. And yes, it's pretty obvious why I love this episode the most. It was the first total DramaRama episode that I have strong feelings for, and it's still the one I have the best strong feelings for. It's my favorite episode out of all of season 1. maybe and I loved it so much that I even made the Bad Guy Busters a mainstay in the My Little Philly series. So therefore, that was my favorite episodes and least favorite episodes. I'll make a bonus video for honorable mentions. See you later.